Hello everyone, welcome to this next edition of Ruburu. Today I have with me a different person, not Raju or Victor Shinde like earlier, because today we have a completely different session on what we are going to talk. Everyone knows about technical analysis, which we have been talking about for so many weeks, years actually, based on charts. But there are different kind of traders who trade or invest based on fundamentals. And this is a platform which we have recently launched. In fact, yesterday only. Radar is the name of the platform, and in making that, Prasiddh Shroff has a lion's share in making that. In fact, this was made by him along with developers in just 11 months, and yesterday it was launched. And what it does is it has a lot of features to scan stocks fundamentally and track the fundamentals of all kinds of stocks, whether it is NSE or BSE. And then of course you can follow the technicals. Like they say, fundamentals tells you which stock to buy, whereas technicals tells you when to buy it. So now we have a combination of both. So welcome Prasidh, and congratulations for this launch of Radar. So in this short video, what can you explain about Radar?
So today I'll be talking about the scanners part. We already have a bunch
Okay,
of...
so before continuing, this Radar platform is available to people who have a Demat account with Definedge Securities. So it is the URL which you can see is radar.definedgesecurities.com, and this is only against login of your Demat account. Yeah.
And it is completely free, so
Yes.
we don't have any paid feature as of now. So this is the landing page for Radar. Once you go in the scanners tab, you can get a collection of predefined scanners.
So the predefined scanners are more than 35 right now.
Yeah, so currently we are giving 38 predefined scanners, and we keep on adding the scanners that is predefined, that is built by our team. So
most of these predefined scanners are what traditionally people follow.
Yes,
right?
these are the most popular scanners. Like you can see, this is high FII holding scanner, which shows the list of companies which are having high FII holding.
Okay.
So what parameter I have put in the scanner is the FII holding is greater than 15.
Okay.
So FII holding, if the FII is holding greater than 15% of stake in any company, then it can be said that the FII are the major stakeholders.
Just one small question: can this 15 be changed to, let's say, 25?
Yeah, so you can see the edit query button. So if you click on this edit query, and if you want to change this to 25, and you can run the query again. So the earlier for 15, the FII holding 15 was only for 150 stocks. Now only there is 48 number of stocks with FII holding greater than 25%. And you can even save the scanner. So earlier the scanner which we opened was predefined. So as now I edited the query.
ये अभी नया custom made scanner.
Yeah, so this will be a custom made now. So if I save this query, so it will get updated in my personal scanner. So here you can see the button. This is personal. Earlier what we were seeing was predefined. And we have many more scanners. Let's say if someone wants to see what are the consistent ROE growers, that is return on equity growers. Consistently the company has been growing return on equity. So what parameter we have put in here is the ROE is greater than last year ka ROE. Last year ka ROE is greater than 3 years ka average ROE, and 3 years ka average ROE is greater than 5 years ka average ROE. So if we run a scanner on these, so there are total 138 companies that are fitting my parameter.
Okay.
So we can see the list of companies, that is Britannia Industries has been growing the ROE. Balkrishna Industries is a very good company, that is the tire making company. It is growing its ROE consistently. And above that, you can see the columns which are sortable. So if I click on ROE, I can sort the table as well. So if I sort the table by highest to lowest, I can see which company is having the highest ROE currently. And we can also run the scanner on various different market. If I want to run the scanner only on NSE, so I will select NSE, and so this will show the companies listed only on NSE, and it will exclude the BSE companies. And if I click on BSE, then it will show me all the BSE companies, and it will ignore only NSE companies.
And even in NSE, you can scan as per the group which you want, right?
Yes. So you can even run the scanner on a specific group or a index that is there on Nifty or NSE. So if I want to run
Same way on BSE also, right?
yeah, in the same way you can run that on BSE also. So for NSE, if I want to run the scanner, this particular scanner only on Nifty 500 group of stocks. So I can select here Nifty 500. So it will show me the result only for Nifty 500 companies.
Okay.
So 500 में से सिर्फ 30
So
companies
basically,
are fitting my criteria.
You are scanning Nifty 500 stocks which are consistent ROE
ROE
growers.
growers. Yeah, perfect.
अभी ये जो पैरामीटर है consistent ROE growers, इसमें ऐसे कितने पैरामीटर्स?
So as of now, we are giving more than 100 parameters, which can be seen here. यहाँ पे if I click on see all parameters, the list of parameters is there here.
So does this list cover almost all the parameters which are used traditionally?
Yeah, more or less, or all the parameters that fundamental investors use have been covered here. And not just that, we have also classified. So if I want to see, if someone wants to see parameters only on shareholding pattern, so we can click on shareholding, and only the shareholding pattern ka parameters will be shown here. If I click on ratios, so all the ratios will be shown here. So in that way,
does this also mean that, let's say I have been following fundamental analysis over the years, and you have predefined scanners, but I want to add one of the parameters in one of the predefined scanners, so
yes,
then I can make my own scanner.
Yeah, so there's full flexibility to customize the predefined scanners. So let's say if I go into growth companies, so there are a bunch of queries which are already there here. So if I want to add one more query,
this is very easy to just type and.
Yeah, so this and this. So these all are the first parameter and second parameter and third parameter. So in that way it keeps on going. And if I want to see, the company should be generating free cash flow also. So if I add free cash flow yield, FCF yield,
automatically नीचे pop down आता है. You have to select from.
We just have to type one character, and all the suggestions will be shown below.
Okay.
So if I click, if I type in FCF yield and I select parameter greater than 1%.
Okay.
So it will show me all the companies that were predefined, all the queries that were predefined, and plus the additional query that we added. So it will give me the output for all these query. And if I want to save this scanner, I can save here
and give my own name.
Yeah, along with FCF.
What this means is, for those who are very conversant with fundamental analysis and know all these parameters and what needs to be, maybe they have some of their favorite parameters which need to be scanned, they can make their own scanner, or if they like one predefined scanner, they can add one or two
queries and
parameters which are not there in the predefined scanner and make their own scanner.
Yeah, so exactly, you can customize the predefined scanner and make it your own scanner.
Yeah.
So one of the predefined scanner that I like the most is this increase in promoter FII and DII holding. This single scanner shows me the list of companies.
So this also means decrease in retail holding?
No.
In a way?
No, it doesn't mean decreasing retail. It can.
ये increase होना तो दूसरा decrease हो जाएगा ना, percentage wise.
Decrease होगा. Yeah, technically in that way we can say, because after all it is just changing of hands.
Exactly.
तो retail के पास से जा रहा है.
Why I am asking this is, there is a very old theory which I have seen on social media, that how stocks which have been crashing over the last, crashing is the wrong word, falling over the last few years, their retail holding has been going up.
Yeah.
So that is not the
so there are many such examples. If you see for Yes Bank or recently IEX, even in IEX, the retail holding had been growing consistently, which can be one of the reasons why the stock couldn't perform.
So this is a good parameter where you scan for shareholding pattern where FII and DII is rising.
Yeah.
And look only for those kind of stocks.
Yeah. So if we see for IEX, we can very clearly see the institutional investment, that is the FII and DII. FII was consistently selling since December 2021.
Okay.
And for the same period, retail are buying, that is public holding has been increasing for the same period.
December 2021.
So we can conclude that retail, the institutions were selling their stake, and on the other side, the public were buying this stake.
Buying, yeah.
So let's go back to the scanner that I was talking about. So this scanner shows me the list of companies in which promoter, FII and DII, all three of them have been buying for last quarter. So out of the complete universe, that is more than 5,500 companies listed in India, out of 5,500 companies, only 29 companies are only there are 29 companies in which the promoters FII and DII, all three of them have been buying.
Now this increase in holding, how is this defined? Q on Q or?
This is Q on Q. Increasing promoter holding is Q on Q as compared to previous quarter.
But with some base, I mean, it's not just one quarter, it is maybe a trend, right?
No, so this scanner shows me only the change for the current quarter.
Current quarter compared to previous quarter.
Current quarter is compared to previous quarter. So in this scan, I really like this company called PSP Project, which have been showing good move since last 1 month. So the stock has moved from 640 to almost 770. So this is a good move, and so we can track such companies कि कंपनी के अंदर प्रमोटर ने FII ने DII ने तीनों ने buy किया है, तो there has to be some change in business or or like strong hands are getting into the stock. So this is a good sign. I'll be also so one of the strategy that I follow for identifying short and medium trades using fundamental analysis. So usually fundamental analysis is for long term. But I believe that fundamental analysis can be used for short term and medium term as well. So what I do is I create a scanner. So I'll be going through the scanner. I'll be creating the scanner here itself. Okay. So I want to see the companies who has grown its quarterly sales by more than 15%.
Okay.
And along with sales.
So this is also a tutorial on how to make your own scanner.
Yeah, so this is basically how you can create your own scanner from scratch.
Yeah.
So along with sales growth, I am adding the query for net profit growth as well. So the net profit should also be growing by 15% year on year, and the operating profit margin of the company should also be more than 15%.
Okay.
So if I run a query on this, so this is showing me almost 309 stocks which are having operating profit margin greater than 15%, has shown sales and profit growth greater than 15%.
So this is all NSE and BSE.
Yeah, so by default we have given the market as both NSE and BSE.
So if you select only NSE, that list might go down.
So the list will get updated, and
at the same time, if you had selected, let's say, NSE mid cap, then
so it will show me only the companies which are falling into mid cap 150 index. So 150 में से सिर्फ 29 companies है.
Automatically 300 plus का 20 plus
29 companies हो गया. So what I usually do is I got a bunch of companies, that is 217 companies are there जिसका sales भी 15% से increase हुआ quarterly sales, net profit भी 15% से increase हुआ, and उसका operating profit margin is also good enough, that is greater than 15. So what we like.
But tell me one thing, Prasiddh. ये scan, I mean, this might be a wrong time to talk about this, but this scan, if we had done it at the start of this quarter, it would have shown the same result, because result season is yet to start. Maybe what people can do is, once the result season starts, let's say 10 days from now, when there are more companies which are showing results, then they can scan this.
Yeah, so people can create their own scanner and can scan for companies which have given these sales growth and profit growth numbers for the third quarter, that is the result is going to be published in the next week. So agar next week if you run this scanner, then it will be the scanner will show the output for recent quarters.
But that will be only for those companies which have already
published.
किसी का result 31 January को है, वो तब तक नहीं update होगा जब तक.
There will be a checkbox where you can click and confirm that you want to see result for only current quarter. That is the most latest quarter.
So what he is trying to say is, you can also scan for stocks which have already declared the results for the current quarter, and that is a tool which is coming. So in fact, as we speak, it is being worked on, and most probably by tomorrow it will be launched. Right?
Yeah. So what I usually follow the process is, so once I got a bunch of 217 companies, so I will save a group. Let's say I will save the group with today's date, that is 2023-01-06. Good fund fundamental stocks. And now, since I have saved the group, now I can go in zone, that is in our zone.
Acha, now you are
So yeah,
moving away from fundamentals to
fundamentals
technicals.
to technicals. So
Okay.
once I got the name of companies that is showing sales and profit growth as well as the good decent operating profit margin, now I want to see which all stocks are
Technically
strong, which
Yeah.
I can initiate trade for short and medium term.
Yeah.
So I'll go in zone, and under that R zone, I'll go for RS scanner and the top down approach scanner. For now I can select
My
the group.
groups.
So under the group section, if I click on this, the group that I saved on the radar has been shown here.
It has already appeared here. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is already here. So the group I saved was 20230106. So I will simply select that group, and I want to run a multi-denominator scanner for top-down approach. So now I can simply run the scan.
In fact, viewers might remember there was a recent Ruburu video between Prashant Shah and Mangesh Dovekar on top-down scanner, top-down approach. So they can refer that also. So this is exactly what is being used here.
Yeah. So so you can see the scan is being run on only 217 companies that we had saved the group for. So once the scan is completed,
So basically, what it has done is it has scanned those 217 stocks for the technical parameters which you have mentioned.
Yes.
So initially you shortlisted 217 stocks based on fundamentals, and now you are shortlisting within those 217 stocks for
technicals. Yeah. So this is a RS scanner. So I'll sort the companies with the ranking that we are having. So if I sort these companies, so the 18 is the highest score. So these are the companies which are relatively very strong on 0.25 basis as compared to both the denominators.
इसमें denominator क्या कहता है? Nifty 50 था.
Nifty 50 and Nifty 500 is the default denominator, and I prefer running the scan on the same denominators.
So something similar to what Mangesh had.
Yeah, exactly. So Mangesh sir had already shown this top-down approach. I'm just using this approach for identifying relatively stronger stocks on both Nifty and Nifty 500 denominator.
So now, once you have identified which are technically strong, uska chart deke you can.
Yeah. So these are the companies. These are the companies which are relatively strong even in such market conditions. So I will get these names, and फिर मैं उसका relative strength chart सीधा यहीं से देख सकता हूँ. So this is Sangvi movers divided by Nifty 50.
This is the relative strength chart.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a RS chart, that is the ratio chart or relative strength chart, whatever you call.
Which means Sangvi movers is very strong compared to Nifty.
Yeah, exactly. So this is one of the approach I follow, or what I can do is I go under price scan, under point and figure scan. I will select the same group again, and I can select a bunch of condition for point and figure chart. So what I usually technical patterns. So what I usually do is I simply go and select the turtle breakout.
Okay.
So turtle breakout bullish, and the time frame I keep 0.25%, which like we want to initiate trades for short and medium term. So 0.25 or 0.5% is a good decent number. So if I click on scan, this will show me the list of companies which are having turtle breakout,
which are fundamentally strong for those parameters which you mentioned, and technically there are only these number of stocks which are giving a turtle
breakout. Okay. So I can simply click on these, and I can see कि turtle breakout यहाँ पे काफी अच्छे range का breakout आया हुआ है.
Okay.
So this is one of the examples.
So another type of scanner, I mean, this is what he has explained based on point and figure. You can also scan for candlesticks like 200 moving average or any other pattern. In fact, if you can just show the types of scanners which are available, candlestick scanner, point and figure, Renko, everything, and within candlestick you have RSI, all technical parameters.
So basically any of these lists which contains selection of group can be run on this. So if I can even run breadth chart on a group, so I can select this group. So I can even run a breadth indicator on this group as well. That is the fundamental strong stocks group that we built just now.
उसका seasonality check कर सकते हैं, उसका breadth check कर सकते हैं, उसका I mean any kind of technical scan which is possible in TradePoint can be run on that group of 217 stocks.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think this is such an extensive platform that whoever has even a small idea of what you should look for fundamentally, this is a great tool to use, and you can do your own analysis. You don't have to rely on any research reports or anyone else outside your domain. You can do your own study and shortlist the stocks, identify them on the charts to further shortlist, and just buy them. That's all.
And
So
not just these, we have given the opposite version of these also. So you can run a scanner on technical basis. So let's say if you want to run a scanner on Nifty 500 stocks. So let's say you ran a scan on Nifty 500 stock for turtle breakout. So let's assume कि उसमें 15 stocks आए. So अब
वो
15
group radar में
yeah. So I will save this group, save that group on zone. And if I want to run any other fundamental scanner, so I can run that fundamental scanner on that.
So जैसे रडार का ग्रुप आर्जोन में इंपोर्ट किया, वैसा
so in the
आर्जोन
same
का
way
ग्रुप
Arzon
रडार में.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, that is another interesting feature. So I hope this was a very interesting video for anyone who has any knowledge of fundamental analysis, which is of course important. Otherwise, you cannot use radar because there are so many. Like he said, there are more than 100 parameters. So even if you know, like EPS, PE ratio is something which everyone knows, but then there are more than 100 parameters which maybe very few people know all of them. But anyone who knows even 5, 10, 15 parameters, for them this is a good enough tool to at least shortlist stocks for long term, medium term as well as short term.
Yeah,
So thank you, Prasiddh, and if you want to get in touch with him, his Twitter ID is given below, or you can write a mail to info@definedge.com. We had also released another video on radar showing the main features, so that link to that video is given in the description below. And if you like our videos, do subscribe to our channel, like it and share it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for having me. Thank you.